What up, guys? Welcome back to the Mind of AK. I am AK Ray, a writing sculptor, sculpting writer, you know what it is. I'm the guy who has not been here for well over a month, and I am sorry. But I'm back with a Midjourney journey for you. Anyway, so I know you guys have probably heard about this. I wanted to try this out this week, and I'm very excited with how this went out. So, for those of you who are not aware, Midjourney is one of these artificial intelligence apps where you type in prompts and it gives you an artificially designed image using a bot, basically. I wanted to try it out to see if I can make something based off of it. So what you're seeing on the screen, this is all through Discord. I was giving a lot of prompt words from my friends. So shout out Brandon, Laura, Anthony, Julie. I know I'm missing a lot of you. I'll be fully transparent. I did this over a month and a half ago, so I apologize. But as you can see, a lot of the prompts are on the screen. So I'm gonna see what I can get out of this. I did this twice, you know, get myself a little bit of a margin of error. So let's see how the first batch comes out in about 3, 2, 1. There it goes. And I could be full spoilers. I was not feeling any of these first prompts. Like, this is nightmare fuel to the utmost, especially that top right corner one. What is that? So I reread the prompt, and I can tell you, let's see if you can guess which one I went with this week. Oh, got an idea? Is it coming out to you? Well, if you said the bottom right corner, ding, 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 you have won. Let's go ahead and try to get a sculpt out of this, guys. I missed you guys. Let's have some fun again, eh? Alright, I have missed you guys so much. Let's go ahead and have some fun like I stated. So we got to start with that prep work. You know that. So the one thing I wanted to stress this week, which I didn't state it previous, when I stated I wanted to do a sculpt based off of this, I still wanted to have my own style with it. So I didn't want to be fully dependent on an image to sculpt. And I'm going to touch on to my little thoughts on this and hopefully get you guys' thoughts in the comments as well. So the one image that I got provided to me is perfect. It's just a headshot. Still gives me some pliability with my style. So as you're seeing, this is me bulking out my body with aluminum foil and Super Sculpey Ultralight, which I've learned this trick over a year ago from a channel on YouTube. It's actually one I'm sure you all are familiar with, Ace of Clay. I learned this trick from him. Love it. And get to do my eyes this week. Really, eyes are kind of simple. It's just some black. And then I wanted to spice it up, you know. Put some little glitter, you know, a little bit of that wink wink on the one. Boom. And yeah, we still need a head though, so there's that. I had a lot of fun with this one, honestly. Like I said, I'll get into my thoughts here as the video goes on. This one was one of the funnest ones I've done this year, and I really did like how this came out. I didn't like this stick that flew right into my arm, but I survived it. And here we go. It's time to get some sculpting on. There's my reference image. And let's get started with that Super Sculpey original. As I stated before, when it came to this project, I wanted to incorporate the artificial intelligence aspect of it because I think it's so interesting and something that the art world, I don't believe, ever expected. But I still wanted to have my style contained within it. As you guys saw with my past videos, what I did, the Gravity Falls characters, Bill Cipher, and my Cheapskate, I still did those, but I still had a little bit of my style within them. I wanted that to still hold true for this piece. So I didn't want to do one where the full body was presented to me and I'm just literally recreated an image. I still wanted to have my freedom as far as some aspect of it. So with that said, I know the artificial intelligence apps that are out there, Midjourney, Dall-E, they're still a bit of a hotbed in the art community. So what do you guys feel as far as the apps go? Do you believe that they are a welcome addition to the art landscape, or do you believe it is something that could quote unquote be a hindrance to art styling, developing in the future? My personal opinion, as you can see, I'm doing the chest to have like a skeleton character this week. I'm kind of indifferent, but not really. What I mean by that is, I believe artificial intelligence apps, like I said, Midjourney and things of those, they are good if you need inspiration, but I don't believe that they will ever take away from an artist's creativity with a paintbrush, Photoshop work, anything of those. They will never take away from that. Now, like I stated, for me, the inspiration was there, but even so, I definitely would have not created a full piece if the app showed me what it looked like. So it's a little bit of hit or miss. Definitely understand how you guys feel. I do want to get you guys' opinions on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments with it. Do you believe artificial intelligence is a valid art form, or do you believe it should be viewed with some constraints on it? As you can see here, I know I missed a lot of that. I wanted this guy to have his own kind of flair and be a skeleton. I wanted to do something that I think could fit into the holiday styling of that. So this is a character that I came up with a very small backstory. His name is HappyBone. He's just the happiest skeleton that you'll ever know. He's just happy to spread cheer with the holidays, mainly Halloween. But yeah, so this is his body. I was really happy with the body. And let's go ahead and work on the head now. To try to elaborate too on what I meant in regards to art versus artificial intelligence created art or AI art, as you can see, I'm using the photo as a reference, but I'm not trying to get it 1,000,000% like the photo. I still want there to be my own style with the character and bring my creativity to life. So as you can see, probably can't tell, but the eyes aren't fully in place. The nose is still a little bit larger. I'm taking inspiration from it, but I still want my own development and my own creativity, and I guess flair would be the word, to still come through with the sculpture, especially with the head still. So if there's anyone out there that is still on the fence with using AI, I definitely could see people's arguments if people use solely AI without any interaction with it outside of prompts. But if you are looking for inspiration and want to use it and still create something, I believe that this would be the way to go. Now, would I do this again in the future? Probably not. This is something I wanted to try for myself to see how I would handle something like this. But again, if I was struggling for some form of inspiration, how I wanted a character to look, see if there was another viewpoint on something that, you know, sometimes you do get a little bit of a narrow view, especially when you do a lot of sculptures like I do. I do at least one sculpture a week. Some of these I don't make for YouTube. Some of them are just in my personal life I make. So, you know, to get a little bit of a outside viewpoint on something that I would make, it is a little bit beneficial, whether it's a bot or, you know, just inspiration outside of that. You know, take it with a grain of salt. Like I stated, I probably wouldn't do something like this ever again, but it was fun. You know, I did learn a lot from it. As you can see, I'm trying to still get some of the details in the face, but I'm not really concerned at this moment if it looks 1,000,000% like the photo. So as you can see, I'm putting a lot of detail in the lips, underneath the nose area. I want to try to bring this into a 3D dimensional landscape versus singularly just an image on a piece of paper. So as you can see, I'm doing a lot more with that than I normally would have done for something like this. And like I stated, I am really happy with how this came out at the end, especially when I get into the hands and other aspects of it as well. What I'm doing now is I want this to have somewhat of a hybrid between, if you don't know where his actual body starts versus where his clothing would be. So it'll make a lot more sense when you see how I paint it. But I want there to be some reverence of what a skeleton would look like. But again, I'm not trying to be proportionate to an actual skeleton. Anatomy was never my thing in school. I barely was able to function with biology, especially when it came to dissecting the frogs. Actually, in my high school, I don't know if this is something that I should state, we actually dissected in my biology class, sophomore year of high school, a leaf and a worm. So yeah, just throwing that out there. But yeah, I really like how this came out. It's fully baked. I normally don't even do this. I usually bake everything at once. But I tried something different today where I baked the body and the hands separate. And now we're going to attach them. And for this week's hands, or fingers I should say, I'm using Cosplay Medium Firm. I want there to be some form of pliability with these. And I did find that with Cosplay Medium Firm, you know, recommendations to get from Ace of Clay and other sculpting channels, it does give it a little bit of pliability, especially for fingers, pieces of clothing, so that way if they don't break in the oven or possibly get broke moving forward, things like that. So wanted to try these out as well, and I really did like how these hands came out. Again, I want them to be skeletal based, but I'm not concerned with actual anatomy. I just wanted it to come off that way. So I think I did a good job. If you guys think differently, if you guys agree, let me know in them comments. Alright, HappyBone is fully baked. I think he looks amazing. Let's go ahead and paint our guy. It's time to paint. A lot of the paints I used this week, I'm not going to show images of them, but I used a lot of apple barrel, a lot of folk art. I used this one deco art just to make it, and I think the paint job came out really well. A lot of this is simplistic, so like I said, the nose, lips were black, but a lot of the color choices I made, I really think it brings this guy to life, and it really pops at the end. But let's go ahead and get started with the lips, and then as you're going to see here in a moment, I did start to paint the head and the body. This is a white gesso that I mixed a little bit of antique white within it, and I really like how the color came out. One thing I also wanted to hold true, while I still wanted this to have my own creative flair and my style within it, I didn't want to go overboard with the paint job. I did want the colors to stand out and pop, but I didn't want to go overboard or go too far away from what the actual prompt started out as. So as you can see, I still used the white, but for the red, I wanted the red to really stand out and bring this guy out. So I used the same red for his shoes, tongue, around the eyes, and then the part of the sleeves on where the gloves would end up. And then I did a really nice blue for his gloves and then also his pants. Everything else I did try to hold standard with the color piece though. Again, this is my first time that I did something like this. I probably won't do it again, but I really had fun with this one. I want to put this out there for people too who have used AI art prompts. What do you guys think of it? Have you guys came up with anything that you would share? Was you guys one and done like myself? Let me know what you guys think in the comments of it. I had a lot of fun with it. Admittedly, it was my first go around. I haven't used this since then. And again, I did this specific project a month and a half ago. But I did have fun with it. But I could still see people's sides on both ends. So let me know where you guys sit with it. And yeah, I'm actually coming close to finish this guy up. Staining the teeth to match the photo. And like I said, the blue on the gloves and the pants, exact same color. I really like how this guy came out. So once I do some dry brushing, we paint the base. And in a moment, you're gonna see I take some resin and I drip it in the mouth and under his nose. And it's my favorite time, guys. Lights, camera, smaction. It is so great to be back with you guys again. I have missed you all terribly this last month and a half. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please let me know in the comments. If you made it this far, I also appreciate you. And more than you know, I won't go too much into my personal life, but I had a little bit of a mental lapse that I had to work through. Thankfully, I have some great people in my corner that helped me get through it. I definitely appreciate all of you more than you'll ever know. And I just wanted to apologize to all of my subscribers, new and old, that I haven't been here and have somewhat neglected my channel. But I am back now. I plan on having a lot of great content for you to round out the year. I hope you all enjoy it. If you are new, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Let your friends know to let their friends know to support. And I will be back this time next week. I hope you guys have a safe week. I'll talk to you guys next time.